Hey everybody, what's going on? Kyle here with another lesson. Today we're going to be doing animals. And before we jump into it, I just want to say that I learned this mainly from a live version, watching Chris, what he does with his hands. I also used some of the sheet music book as reference. But I'll link that live version down below so you can check it out. I'm pretty sure this whole thing is 99% accurate, especially the verse chords. The only thing that I think might be a little off is the intro here. So if you have something that you play that you think sounds better, definitely leave it in the comments down below so other people can give it a try. But I'll play it for you real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so left hand, you notice is really easy. It's just E flat octaves up to F octaves. The right hand, you're kind of doing a little bit more tricky stuff. And so there's a couple different variations here that I've noticed, just learning it. First, just kind of show you the basic way that I usually play it. Just G octaves. And then in the middle, what you're going to do is just go up 4 notes. You're going to go up from C to D to E flat to F. That's it. So. The only thing changing there is the left hand. So that's kind of the basic way that I play it. If you're having trouble stretching there, you could also just play this lower G. Or vice versa, this higher G. No, whatever really. Also, the sheet music book had this D in there the entire time. That's another variation. So C and D, D by itself, D and E flat, D and F. I don't usually play it that way, but I figured I'd let you know. So that's another variation, and the final variation is what Chris does in this particular video. I'm not sure if this is exactly right, but I know he's hitting this B flat in there. What I think he's doing is he's hitting G and B flat, and then hitting this note, and then kind of going up. So G, B flat, C, G, B flat, D, G, B flat, E flat, G, B flat, F. At least that's what I think he's doing. But he's also maintaining that G octave up here. So that's what I think he's doing in that part right there. Also, before we move on to the verse, you'll notice for the intro I kind of counted off with that D right there. Play that 4 times, and then down to C. In this particular live version, though, he goes down and plays the G and B flat. So that's how you could also count it in right there. So going on to the verse, that's actually the hardest part of the song. So the verse is really simple. These chords repeat throughout the rest of the song until you get to the outro where it's a little bit of a variation, but overall these chords are the main part of the song. So right hand, we'll start off with that. Gonna have G octaves with the B and D in the middle. You'll notice a pattern here as well in a second. Second chord, you're gonna keep the G's there, but you're gonna play B flat and E flat. And this is also gonna be your third chord. And the final and fourth chord, you're going to move up to A octaves, and then C and E flat in the middle. So that pattern I was talking about was you're keeping octaves throughout the chords. So once again, first chord, G, B, D, G. Second and third chord, G, B flat, E flat. So not much of a move at all. Then right here, a little bit of a move. A, C, E flat, A. Then left hand. It's just going to be a single note, G, B flat, E flat, C, and that just repeats. and that's it. So that's the verse, that's every verse, the rest of the song, everything. But you go from the verse and you go back into the chorus, which is just the intro you've already played. Back into the verse once again, and then back into this, getting ready for the big ending and the guitar solo, all that stuff. So the chords are the same. You can hear in the background just these chords being played. But then you have this little riff over the top of it. What that is just G 4 times, F 3 times, and then B flat, C, B. So for that part you can just play kind of the octaves right here. Or you could play the full-blown chords as well. So that's just a little guitar riff in there. I figured I'd throw that in there for you guys. So now we go on to the ending with the solo. This part, once again, the chords I believe are the same. Nothing changing there. But you will hear in the studio version here, you'll hear this B flat and A kind of going on, like this. It is there if you hear it. So you kind of want to mimic that. I'm not sure what that is actually, but if you want to mimic it, what you can do is play these chords like usual. And then once you get up to this E flat in the left hand, you can play. So move this G up to the A and just play the chord. Kind of rock back and forth. But that is pretty much it. That's the entire song right there, until we get to the outro, which the outro for the studio version is just those chords kind of ending. And then for the live version, you can hear this going on right here. It sounds like this. So what that is the chords you've pretty much already played, except for this first part. Instead of the G octaves and the D and B in the middle, you're just going to move this G right here down to F. So G, B, D, F. And instead of playing the chord like that, you're kind of going to slide a little bit. Then right here, you're going to move up to the same chord you've already played, the G, B flat, E flat, G. So these chords are the same that you've already played for the verse. They're just up an octave. And the only variation is for this first chord. Instead of playing the G, move it down to an F. So up to the G, B flat, E flat, G. Play that again. And then up to the A, C, E flat, A. And just keep repeating that. And there's a little thing he does right here where he goes. What that is playing the Midi Transition here. You hold on to that F and then play G immediately after. So. And then the very last chord, you're going to move up from this A, C, E flat, A to B, D, G, B. So B, D, G, B. And in the studio version, you can actually kind of hear that as well. It goes, so if you want to play it lower, you can play it down here as well. So. And then also, because this is the exact keyboard he's using in that performance right there, you have this the modulation right here, or the modulation, and you can see him using it at the very end. So it sounds like this. So if you have this on your keyboard, you can use it as well. You can kind of hear that. So that was kind of cool too, is watching that performance and seeing this exact keyboard up on that stage was really cool. So that's going to do it for animals. As always, if you guys play something a little bit differently, or you figure something else out, definitely leave it in the comments below so others can give it a try. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Be sure to keep an eye out here on YouTube for my community posts. Just stay up to date with upcoming lessons, make requests, anything like that. Also follow me on Twitter if you'd like, at Coldplay KV. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.